Today, we're going to be taking a quick look at some AI functionality that we'll be rolling out for Zoho Creator. This is all about setting up custom agents to handle specific tasks for you inside of your Creator application. So with that, let us jump right on in. So I checked in our demo account and I don't have access to this yet, but generally once Zoho posts a page like this, it should be coming relatively soon. This is essentially custom AI agents for Zoho Creator that can handle specific tasks or activities for you, right? So here we are kind of looking at their little demo. You can see this is some type of, health insurance claim. And we've got this little claim review agent that has popped up on the page that's been set up by the user. Basically, what it's doing is taking a look at some of those related files, some of the recent progress, some of the related data, and identifying areas where there could be a problem with this particular claim. And what we can see here is that there's essentially two components to this agent, right? First, you have the review that happened here, where it's basically looking at a related document, how it correlates to a field, and then some type of issue, right? So you're saying, hey, this policy expires last year. This bill is outside of our claim window, meaning maybe they submitted it too late. And then within this agent, you've got two little buttons, one to reject the claim or another to request a resubmission. Both of these buttons are essentially going to be prompts that you've given to that particular agent. So you can see here in the background, if we pause to catch this text, basically what we've done is set up an agent. They've called it the claim review, and they've said, hey, here are your instructions just in plain English, right? Review the claim details and associated documents, check previous status updates, update the claim status if appropriate, log that change, and then confirm any updates. If no further action is required, state that clearly, right? So you're basically just giving an agent a text-based set of instructions that allows it to do its job. Now, as a team at Zenatta, we've set up a lot of AI functionality. This set of instructions is the make or break, right? So really, when you set one of these up, a lot of the time and effort is going to be you pressing a button, seeing what it does, and then adjusting that language accordingly just to make sure that you have it lined up with your ideal functionality, right? So always just expect that there is going to be some trial and error that goes into setting these types of things up, because fundamentally, it's kind of a guess and check process. So I want to let this video play again here, jumping in, setting up the prompt, and then importantly, defining what it is allowed to do. Essentially, in most AI applications, you're going to see that referred to as tools. A tool is basically an API endpoint, or in this case, a built-in Deluge function that it's allowed to do, right? So here we're basically saying, one, here's your instructions. You're going to do these things. Two, here's the tools. This is what you're allowed to do. You're allowed to get data about a claim, get data about a policy, check related documents, and update those claim details, right? So if I had given it a set of instructions and told it to look at related documents, but I hadn't turned on a tool that allowed it to do that, actually like get that data via API, then it's not going to be able to take that action, right? So really important just to make sure that you've lined up your instructions with your tools. Otherwise, you're just going to run into issues when you set up really any type of AI platform. Now, before I move on, I do have to ask, if you're finding the video useful so far, please be sure to like and subscribe down below. Leave me a comment with how AI is affecting your business and if you've adopted any of these Zoho AI tools. And as always, head on over to Zenatta.com and click on book a meeting if you'd like to talk about how we can help you on your Zoho implementation. Let's get back to it. Now, quick high level here, AI agents essentially are almost think about it like a user that can do the same types of activities that a user can. It just happens to be automated, right? So they can read data, it can make decisions, and it can adapt to different scenarios. One of the things that I do think is important is plugging in agents when it makes sense. The case that they show here, it does make sense, right? You basically have a set of documents where these can look kind of different, right? You might have, one insurance provider that writes them out like this versus another that structures them differently. Where if you try to write like a traditional piece of Deluge code that reads through all the text on 4 related PDFs and then processes them through like a text-based if-then statement, you're going to have a lot of bad outcomes, right? Doing this with the traditional Deluge function, where when we're working with this more like fuzzy data, we'll oftentimes call it, that's where an agent can make a lot of sense, where it can kind of make a judgment call as a part of that process. Really, the core things here are define what type of input an agent is going to get. Input in this case is like the data about this claim. Then it's going to read that against a knowledge base and instructions. These are a little different. Instructions are basically like your prompt. Knowledge base is like a suite of information that it can use as a point of reference, right? So inside of, for example, like the Zenatta Claude account, we have a knowledge base that defines our system architecture for the AI tool, and then a set of instructions that tells the bot use the knowledge base, right? So you kind of, these are related, but they're going to be a little bit different when you actually set them up. Then it kind of combines those into its intelligence layer, decides about an action that it can take and that it's allowed to take, and then actually does the task, right? So that's kind of the core paradigm as you're setting these up. Inside of Creator, again, you'll basically give a bot the name and instructions, where keep in mind, instructions are really a big part of it. It's going to take some guessing and checking there. Then you'll set up the tools specifically that it needs to be able to do. Now, an interesting thing here is that the tools inside of these AI agents are Deluge functions. So, little bit different than how we've set up agents in the past. And honestly, I think it's better to do it this way. Normally, a tool is essentially just an API endpoint, right? So you're giving it access to, for example, search records in CRM, right? But you can think about it as if like the AI agent needs to quickly put together the Deluge function to use that API endpoint specifically. In this case, I can actually write a Deluge function and then hand that to the bot as a tool. And I'll tell you, we've done a lot of work setting up MCP. One of the hardest things about making this work is not like connecting the server or anything like that. That's all pretty simple. But it's actually getting the AI tool to correctly use the API can take a little bit of training and practice. And there's a lot of times where, like, honestly, if I could just write the code myself, right? Rather than giving it search records, I would give it search accounts, which I've already created. I've set up the search criteria. I know it's going to work correctly. I'm really excited about that. I think that's a cool way to set up tools for agents. So shout out to Zoho on that. I think this is just a really clever approach to creating that type of tool infrastructure. Benefits, I mean, you know this. Really, the big one here that I would highlight, because a lot of these things like automation at scale, reduced workload, integration, all of that is like easy to do with Deluge functions, right? Just like your standard if then, coded automations. Really, the benefit of AI agents, if I could drill it down to you, is the usage of them against fuzzier data, right? Where anything where we want to review a large block of text, especially if it's like stuff that a human being typed, and have it make decisions based on that, that is where agents are going to add value, right? Because one typo, like let's say, down here it's saying it's looking for words like leaking and sparks, right? So let's imagine that I set up a Deluge function, right? Where I'm looking for an urgent ticket, right? Well, like maybe I put sparks, maybe I put fire, but did I put burn, right? Maybe I forgot a word, right? So it doesn't flag that as an urgent ticket. Whereas like an agent, it's like, okay, well, like burn is pretty similar to fire, and fire is definitely bad, right? So it can kind of do that softer matching for you using natural language detection that a traditional function is just not going to handle well. It's looking for exact matches against some type of list. Now, here, we're not going to go through all of these in detail, but they're trying to show on this page kind of how you would do things previously versus how you would do them now. I'll highlight a couple on here that I think are valuable, right? First one, I agree with this. There's a lot of times where, as part of a process flow, a human being needs to review a lot of stuff, right? And then make a decision, right? Well, like if an agent can review that stuff for us and even like output what it finds, then the human makes the decision of what goes on the quote. That's going to save you a lot of time. We do this regularly inside of Zenatta. We might have a client that wants to do a QuickBooks Online integration. And let's say that the specific consultant working with them hasn't done one before. Well, our team definitely does. So an AI can read through the work logs of other integrations we've done and provide them with insights about some of the common ways that we approach it, right? And that saves a lot of time, right? Not having to read all of that. Like I mentioned earlier, this kind of like fuzzy matching against a theme is really valuable with AI because traditional scripts just don't handle that very well. This is an interesting one too, is like a mechanic or like, a skilled user writing something really technical and then an AI agent saying like, hey, the customer is never going to understand that. So I'll copy it into the customer note, but I'll kind of like normalize and smooth out the language for them, right? So there's a lot of these cases, and I think Zoho's actually done a good job here on the use cases of really suggesting things where you actually would get value out of an AI agent. We do see a lot of the times people, because AI agents are kind of hot and trendy, they think, it's a hammer and a nail, right? Where you've got a hammer, everything's a nail. I want to use an AI agent to do it. But there's certain things like 3 weeks after a sale, send a survey asking them if they like the product. Like, don't do that with an agent. Just use a workflow, right? But something like converting technical notes into customer-facing notes, like, yeah, that's pretty awesome. And that's not something that you're going to do with the traditional automation. Getting to the tail end here, just for the nerds in the room, right? Kind of what does the architecture look like? So foundation layer is what we talked about earlier, basically defining the agent instructions, pointing it towards the appropriate app data, setting up the APIs and integrations. That's like the tools that you'll be creating, and then adding those custom functions to actually tell it how to interact with the API. Again, this is raw inputs, tools, logic. Intelligence layer is the natural language processing. It's the ability of the agent to pick the correct tool. Again, this is something as you're building an agent, I'll give you a little tip. I will oftentimes actually include in the instructions when to use which tool, right? I don't really want it guessing when it should be using function A versus function B. I'll just tell it, right? So in our system, it's like, hey, if someone's asking you something about sales related data, primarily look in CRM. If they're asking about operational data, primarily look in Creator, right? Because that's where a lot of ours happens to live. So I would say put in your instructions quick references to tools. You don't need it to be overkill, but just kind of let it know why you gave it a tool and what it can do with it. And then, of course, lastly, kind of orchestrating those tools to happen in the correct order to support the given workflow that it's trying to do. Lastly, access layer. Every agent has its own unique API endpoint. Very cool. Good job, Zoho. We love that. That basically means I could call an agent in another function. You can also embed them as like little buttons or that little pop-up as we saw in the video earlier. Another cool thing here, one agent can work across multiple creator applications. Love that. We do a lot of things all in one master application, but we're actually thinking about splitting them up due to some architectural benefits. And so I would love to be able to just have one agent, right, that can do a similar task across different places. And then, of course, you get the monitoring, right? When has this agent been triggered? What has it been doing? And this part, monitoring and optimization, you're going to be doing this forever, right? You're always going to be tweaking it a little bit and adjusting it. And Zoho will roll out an update to their LLM, and then you'll kind of adjust it a little bit. It's the same thing that you get with like Claude, ChatGPT, any of them. They make a model update. You've got to go and tweak your instructions just a little bit, right, to make sure that you're still getting that same outcome. So really, really cool. I'm excited to see these. Zoho's overall AI strategy is interesting because they have things like AI Agent Studio, right, which is like its own application that exists to build agents for various applications, right? And so far, admittedly, we've not really used it too much. We've not found that like killer use case where it really makes sense. But then on the other side, they have AI functionality rolling out within individual applications, right? So if you look at like Zoho Desk, they have a customer service agent that can basically answer your tickets for you as long as you have good information in the knowledge base. And it's like, hey, that's immediately useful, right? Where I kind of feel like this creator one falls into that second category of like immediately useful, right? As long as this does what it says it does on the box, I think lots of people are going to adopt this pretty quickly. And so I would recommend giving it a try once it hits your account. Because this looks exactly like what you would want an AI agent to be doing for you, right? Very useful, very practical, just like immediate time-saving opportunities. So I do recommend that you give it a try. Once you do, make sure to come back to this video and leave a comment with how it went. I'm genuinely curious as like all these different AI functionalities roll out across Zoho. I'm really interested to hear from you on kind of wins and fails, right? How is it going for your organization? While you're down there, be sure to like and subscribe to the video. That's a totally free way to help us out and lets us know that we're making content that you like. And if you'd like some help setting up Zoho for your organization, just head on over to Zenatta.com and click on book a meeting. We're always happy to chat. Thanks again for watching, and I will see you next time.